Tapos na. Sana manood kayo at huwag niyo kalimutan mag-subscribe. Panoorin natin ang video na 'to.
Does LeBron have to do something, or can he do something where you would go, now I would look at him as the best player?
No, I think he's certainly, just off the cuff, he's certainly the top 5 of all time. But playing against him and MJ, I think for me it's MJ all day long, only because how I played against him, and MJ just had everything, from mid range to 3-point to post up game, and he could score and dominate in each position. LeBron is dominant. LeBron could do so many things on the floor. And
do you think LeBron's a better all around player than Jordan?
It's hard. That's hard to say because LeBron is probably one of the best passers that the league has seen. MJ is probably the weakest part of his game. He didn't pass a lot, but at the same time, MJ didn't have any other weaknesses in his game. And defensively, he was a two-way player. Defensively, he was incredible and just as dominant.
Well, I still look at LeBron, a better rebounder, better passer. Mike was not shooting a 3 back then. He would have developed into
he still could shoot it, though.
Yeah, but LeBron has turned into at least a dangerous 3-point shooter. Like you have to account for him when he takes those shots. But the personality, though, is I think the biggest difference. Because Mike wanted to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Was he mean to you?
No, he wasn't. He actually killed me slowly, and yeah, he would comment to the coach, he's actually doing a great job out here, and meanwhile he's scoring at 45.
Wait, he's talking to your coaches?
Yeah, I remember Chris Ford. He's yelling at me. Chris Ford's yelling the whole time, like, "Rookie, get in front of him!" And I'm fronting him on the post, and MJ just kind of slowly glides across the floor, and he gets the ball and shakes and scores. And I did everything the game plan said, and then there's a break in action. We're sitting there, and Chris Ford is just down there just hammering me, and MJ was like, he's doing a great job, coach. He's actually doing a great job. Meanwhile, he's got 45 on the books. So I was like, yeah.
Did you think that Mike didn't want you taken out because he had 45 in the books? Like he wanted you to guard him?
No, I honestly believe that he didn't think that anybody could stop him. He could score whenever he wanted to score, wherever he wanted to score. So it didn't matter what I did out on the floor. He was going to get his touches. He was going to get his points.
More unstoppable, though, when they get that mindset, Michael or Kobe?
Certainly Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Kobe put up 81.
Yeah, that was a bad Toronto defense at the time. I remember
it's still 81, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a marvelous
he had 60
feat.
in his last game he played.
Yeah, it was a marvelous feat. It's hard to really compare the generations. If you look at what MJ did during his era, like I played in between both those eras, and the rules were totally different. Like you can't touch a guy now. A guy will go to the free throw line 20, 25 times a game just off of ticky-tack stuff.
But he used to, and Phil Jackson said this when he was promoting his book years ago. If Mike played today, he would average 45 in his prime.
Easy.
You believe that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why it's, so much is made about the errors. It's just not a comparison. To compare what we do now, what's going on now, to what's happened in the 80s and the 90s.
Well, they would beat up James Harden now.
Oh yeah.
Like he'd go to the floor a few times.
Yeah, if he flopped once or twice, they would make sure they gave him a reason to flop or fall down. It wouldn't be them guessing, did somebody hit him? And right now, when we see a foul, we're always guessing, well, did he get touched? What happened? His hand went this way, so it's always like we're trying to decipher what happened in the play. But back in the 80s and early 90s, it was like he just kind of took his elbow and went right across his head. And it was a real foul.
Yeah, they didn't call flagrants back then.
Yeah, no.
They would just say, that's a foul. That's a hard foul is what you get.
Foul. And
playoff fouls.
Yeah, I remember going to the hole as a young fella, and you got knocked down, literally. You got knocked down, and you went to go make a layup, and you hit the ground. If the ball went in the air, then they'll knock you down, and it's not a foul because the ball's gone already. Nowadays, it's excessive. They might throw you out of the game.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.
Thanks for watching.